Hey guys, I'm Johnny Scoville and this is Chase the Heat. In my hand I have such a nice dessert pod. Will you look at this? It's pod season, people. Check that out. That is a giant white habanero. Isn't that a pretty pepper? Gorgeous. Mark Uziel grew this. I want to thank you, Mark. Man, this is a really pretty pepper. Want to hear something crazy? I've never eaten one of these before. I've eaten a million habaneros. I've never eaten, I don't think I have. I've eaten White Ghost. I've eaten White Reapers. I'll have to go back and check, but I'm just about positive this is the first time that I'm eating this. What a gorgeous pepper. It's like a baseball. Wish I had the weight of this thing. It's got to be 15 grams. Dense, maybe 16 grams. It's maybe even heavier than that. Dense. Okay, we're going to cut this thing open. Let me get my camera ready. You guys know how I am. Sorry. Get the camera ready for it. Here we go. What an interesting, huge pepper this thing is. You guys see that? All right. And a quick picture. And then we'll be diving into this pod and showing you what this pod looks like. All right, put the board away. Getting a lot of action. Carolyn Kennard, Memorial Chopping Pepper Board. All right, this is a very, look at the size of that. Look, put my pinky in here, but this is all solid. It's pretty cool. All right, that's what we're working with here, people. The giant habanero, or giant white habanero. Oils on the side. It's got a fruity aroma to it. Boy, I bet that, man, I have high hopes that this is going to be a great tasting pepper. Thank you, Mark. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Some great new pepper. Some of the peppers I got coming up are lower heat peppers. So a lot of you guys that are just kind of starting your chase, you know, you're on the path, good starting point. Here's the giant white habanero. I'm Johnny Scoville. This is JC. Very sweet. It's fruity, but it's a lot of it. It's great. If you're used to orange habaneros and you eat that, it's a totally different flavor. Everyone knows that habanero flavor. This is a hard thing to describe. I've eaten regular Reapers. I've eaten a White Reaper. The difference is the exact same difference with this. Hard to describe. I've eaten Ghost and White Ghost. Similar thing. It was fruity. It really wasn't floral at all. It was super sweet initially. Like, the initial bite was like, wow, this is a crazy sweet pepper. It sort of dissipated. It was probably offset by a lot of the seeds. See, seeds are very bitter. So a lot of times, if I had removed those seeds, it would have been a much, much better tasting pods. Because what seeds do is they provide texture and something good to chew on. But they add a little bit of bitterness. That's why a lot of times sauce makers will strain seeds out. Because they tend to add bitterness to sauce. I kind of prefer sauces that have some stuff going on in there, so I know I'm eating peppers. Interesting pepper, though. So I think that's why the sweetness went away. It's probably due to the influence of the seeds. So it went from sweet to kind of like just that fruity flavor. The sweetness went away. The finish is great. Let's talk about the burn. It does not have that same tongue sting. To the severity that the regular habaneros have. Okay, you know that needles, like your tongue is getting a tattoo? That's habanero. This doesn't have that to me. The burn is mostly, it's just a burn, it's not really a sting. I kind of like the sting of a habanero. Now, the burn is on the front of my tongue. Excuse me. Yeah, just the front of my tongue, really. A little bit on the upper part, like the front of my tongue, but the tip mostly. Right there. Heat-wise, I don't think this is as hot as a regular habanero. I mean, it could be the same Scoville units, but they burn differently. Where the orange has that stinging, this does not. It's kind of a burn. So I think if you're somebody who's accustomed to habanero heat, you'd love this pepper because it doesn't have the same the same type of sting, and the flavor is fruity and delicious. I think you'd probably like it a lot. This would be great on sandwiches. Just cut up and put on a sandwich. Or you can just sit there and munch them. I don't know. Maybe if you're a brand new chili head, you wouldn't want to munch that. If you've never eaten anything hot, that would be it's hotter than a jalapeno. And jalapeno for somebody who's never eaten anything hot, it's a problem. So, but this is a great pot to work up to. I haven't seen them around, so it's not that common a pepper. I've never seen it in a grocery store, or I would have purchased them. The heat's almost gone now. With me, it probably only got, that was like a 1 at best. It didn't get any higher than that, but it was, it was there, and I could, I felt it for sure. It's almost back to 0 now. Like if I woke up from the sleep, I'd taste the pepper, but I wouldn't feel it. I would still taste that pepper, but I certainly wouldn't feel it. If you guys have had giant white habaneros, please do me a favor and go to the comment section and say so. Tell me your thoughts. If they're similar with what I've said. If you haven't, get your hand on a giant white habanero. I think you will like it. It's a pretty neat pepper. I will certainly eat more of them if I get them. If I had a pile of them right now, I'd be munching them. Okay, we're going to wrap this thing up. I might do a snack time video later, if I'm feeling snacky. Right there, that's our pepper. So click that pepper if you want to be a part of the family. If you don't want to miss a video, you don't need to. All you got to do is hit the notification. A little drop box will happen. Click all, and you won't miss anything. There's Leo Fire. What an amazing thing Leo Fire is. Be a part of that. And right there are 2 more videos. And you. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the Heat.